The Micah Parsons contract saga has reached a boiling point, and it's starting to look like one of the ugliest standoffs the Dallas Cowboys have had with a superstar in years. According to Diana Rossini of The Athletic, things have deteriorated so badly that Parsons is seriously considering requesting a trade. The two sides haven't made any progress, and multiple league sources say the relationship has fractured to the point where Micah is thinking about severing ties completely. While severing ties isn't exactly a functional NFL mechanism, a formal trade request is, and that's now very much on the table. What makes this even more chaotic is that this isn't a surprise to insiders. Reports had already started swirling the night before Diana's tweet, and some close to the situation were expecting Micah to drop a statement himself on social media. The Cowboys, meanwhile, are acting like this is all out of left field, when in reality it's the result of months of dysfunction, miscommunication, and a complete breakdown in negotiation strategy. The most baffling part is how the Cowboys let it get here. Parsons reportedly negotiated directly with team owner Jerry Jones back in the spring days of conversations where the team thought they had a deal locked up. But once Micah's agent, David Muluketa, got involved to finalize the details, the Cowboys balked. Instead of continuing the process, they outright refused to negotiate further and told Parsons to honor what they saw as a handshake agreement. In response, Parsons handed it over to his agent as every top-tier player should, but now the team won't even return the agent's calls. This entire approach is not only reckless, it's borderline negligent. Under NFLPA rules, certified agents like Muluketa are the exclusive representatives for players. The team isn't even supposed to be negotiating directly with Parsons in the first place. What were they thinking? That they could avoid the agent, sidestep the formal process, and land a deal with one of the top edge rushers in football through good vibes and secret meetings? And speaking of those secret meetings, yes, those were real. Micah was clearly trying to move the process along, probably believing he could get the bones of a deal structured and hand it to his agent to finalize. But the Cowboys treating that approach as a done deal is naive at best and dishonest at worst. They're trying to hold him to a non-binding verbal agreement instead of just doing the professional thing and working it out with his representation. This is classic Cowboys dysfunction. No matter who you choose to blame Micah, his agent, Jerry, or Stephen Jones, there's one undeniable fact: the Cowboys let it get this bad. They mishandled the situation, plain and simple. Stephen Jones, in particular, has gained a reputation around the league for dragging out negotiations, and once again, here we are. First, it was Dak Prescott. Then it was CeeDee Lamb. Now it's Micah Parsons. It's a pattern, and it's a losing one. Let's be real. The Cowboys are not going to trade Micah Parsons. Not now, not this offseason. They can sit on his rookie deal. They can franchise tag him twice. They technically have up to 3 more years of team control. But just because they can doesn't mean they should. Franchising your best players only breeds more resentment, limits cap flexibility, and costs you more in the long run. We already saw that play out with Dak. It was sloppy then. It's sloppy now. Even if Parsons does formally request a trade, the move is likely more of a pressure tactic than a real desire to leave Dallas. History tells us that this kind of leak, whether it's from the player's camp or a sourced reporter like Diana Rossini, is usually meant to kickstart stalled negotiations. Look at Terry McLaurin, Tia, Jay Hawkinson, or Trey Hendrickson. Public frustration often precedes a big payday. So what's stopping Dallas? Are they really going to nickel and dime one of the best defenders in football over a few $1 million? The market for elite pass rushers is well established. You know the range. You know the agent. So why is the team playing games instead of picking up the phone and finishing this? Micah Parsons is the reason this Dallas defense is considered elite. Without him, the edge rush room isn't just worse, it's average at best. You take him off this roster, and you don't have a top 5 defense anymore. You have Dante Fowler on a 1-year deal, an unproven rookie, a second-year player with no real production, and an injured second-round pick. That's not a winning formula. So why even pretend this is a tenable situation? It's also worth noting how bad this looks for the Cowboys from a reputational standpoint. Around the league, agents and players are watching how Dallas handles these situations. And time after time, the organization plays hardball for months, only to cave at the last second often after damaging the relationship. That's the book on them. They did it with DeMarcus Lawrence, with Zeke, with Doc, and now they're doing it again. Either be proactive and get ahead of market-setting deals, or stick to your negotiating guns and accept the fallout. But this half-in, half-out approach only results in chaos and mistrust. If Dallas wants to change how they're viewed as negotiators, they have to either get these deals done early or truly commit to the tag and wait approach without flinching. As of now, they do neither, and it's costing them. Micah Parsons deserves to get paid. You said you wanted to pay him? Then pay him. You don't get to say he has to want to get paid. Of course he wants to get paid. What kind of nonsense is that? You're arguing over scraps with a generational talent while simultaneously gutting your own defensive identity. It's not just short-sighted. It's dumb. And honestly, that's the word that keeps surfacing, dumb. The situation is dumb. The standoff is dumb. The way the front office operates is dumb. And the fact that fans are once again being forced to watch another unnecessary drama play out in training camp is just flat out exhausting. So what's the solution? Easy. Pay him. That's it. Pick up the phone, call the agent, negotiate like adults, and do what every competitive franchise in the NFL would do. Secure your cornerstone talent before you make your team worse. Because make no mistake, if they keep pushing this, that's exactly what the Cowboys are going to do. And once again, they'll have nobody to blame but themselves. And now, with Micah Parsons watching from the sidelines and refusing to engage directly with the front office, the pressure is squarely back on the Cowboys. This isn't just about money anymore. It's about respect, about credibility, and about whether the Cowboys are truly serious about winning. Every day this standoff drags on, the locker room notices. Other stars notice. Free agents around the league take note. You can't claim to be a championship-caliber organization while fumbling contract negotiations with your most important player. This moment is a defining test for Jerry and Stephen Jones. Either they fix it now and show they've learned from past mistakes, or they let it implode and prove, once again, that the Cowboys are more about drama than trophies.